now. I'm so excited for our first guest because we begin today with a lit experience. Black Writers Weekend is a one-of-a-kind gathering that connects you with beloved authors, esteemed screenwriters and luminaries of film and TV. And here with more on all we can enjoy and more is the founder of Black Writers Weekend, Tamika Jameson, and young author Kailani Moore. Hi, ladies.
Well, hello, darling.
You guys are so fun. Tamika, I'm going to ask you first. Black Writers Weekend.
Yeah.
Why is it so important? It's your baby. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so obviously it's my baby. So when you birth something, you're so connected to it. But I had this idea of amplifying writers that were not being allowed on the main stage. And there were hundreds of writers in film and publishing that were not just getting that limelight. And I was one of them. I self-published very young at 21. And I was like, how do I get myself into the room?
Yeah.
So if they were not going to let me in the room, I said, well, I'll just build my own room. And then I'll invite you to it.
You made the
what,
table and you pulled up a seat.
And I said, come
you.
and eat with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
How did it go then from the idea to what it is today? I mean, that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, so pray for me.
Yes.
So every year I kind of think about like what is currently trending. And so what do people like? We like to eat, we like to dance,
We do.
we like to socialize and talk. And because it's a book world, we like to discover new reads. So I created a concept to blend that, to make it entertaining and fun around reading. But then I also wanted to make sure that writers left with resources and connections. So who can I put into the room where it makes sense? Because if they're getting on a flight, I want them to do more than just sell a book. I want them to do more than just take a picture to post on social media. That's great. But I want you to leave with some resources, maybe an editor, or maybe somebody that can finance your film, or maybe somebody that wants to host you for their next event. So like, what connections can you build? That's what Black Writers Weekend has been about for like since the very beginning.
Lots of resources. I mean, I would get on a flight just to see you, Tamika, but we have all those other things going on at the event. That's amazing. Kailani, congrats, first of all, on all that you've accomplished.
Thank you.
Talk about what drew you to writing, and you're very young, so how did it all begin for you?
Yeah, man, I've been writing since I was like 7, 8 years old. Like, it's just always something that I've loved to do. Like, I just remember being on a trip and just like having a notebook and just like writing stories down. Like, I just love telling stories, and I just kept with it. Like, I kept writing. At 15, that's when I published my first like book. It was a novella. I published it on Amazon. It was a historical fiction. I was like really inspired by like the story of like apartheid in South Africa. So I just like wrote. And then that led me to keep going until I published my first novel last year called Capsize.
Okay,
Yes, I'm very
holding
excited.
it right here. And tell me about Capsize.
Oh my goodness. So I got inspired by it because I studied abroad last year. I was living in Spain for 5 months. And I just got so inspired by the story of being alone and like being in a new environment and like going through that process, becoming an independent like new adult. And so I took that and I just kept writing. I mean, I was just so fascinated by my experience there. And yeah, I just kept going. I'm so proud because it's my first novel. So I'm really proud of, you know, like meeting that word count threshold, like 60,000 words, like that's the official. So I was like, oh, I kept going. And I'm just super excited to see where I am now.
Oh, congratulations. That's such a big accomplishment. And you know, a lot of people have ideas, but they don't become successful and make them come to fruition. What do you think is different than that y'all got to where you are now? I mean, it's
people,
impressive.
They try to make it seem like dreaming or, you know, obtaining things that you've always wanted is so hard to obtain. But honestly, anybody can make their dreams come true. I made my own dreams come true. I didn't wait for someone to say yes to me. I said, okay, well, how can I get it done? I figured out the steps. I did the research. I invested in myself, and I put myself on the road. I published my own book. I created my own publishing company. I created my own experiences, and then I began to do it for other people. It's like if you open a door for yourself, open a door for others. But honestly, like anybody can do it.
Tell me who's going to be at Black Writers Weekend and what people can expect if they go.
Oh yeah, so we're going to have the Mama's Den podcast will be streaming live because we do all sorts of storytelling. Then we also have over 25 writers that's going to be collectively doing book signings. We have Pastor Dwight Buckner Jr. that's going to also be doing like a TED Talk. We have Arthur Casey Mills that's going to be there doing I Am Creative Talk. Oh my gosh, we have so many different people. We have book talkers that are going to be there, because you know the world is so vibrant and full now that there's a lot of ways to share stories. So we have nearly over 70 speakers that's going to hit the stage for 3 days, y'all. It's going to be pretty fun, and we're actually including a film fest this year.
Very cool. Okay, Kylan, I want to ask you how Black Writers Weekend helped you achieve your goals and kind of brought you to where you are today.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, Black Writers Weekend, it's just going to be such an amazing experience to network, to meet new authors, to experience workshops, and just networking, I feel like is the biggest thing, because as a young author, like when nobody knows who you are, it's hard to get that outreach. So Black Writers Weekend will definitely help. I mean, just being around other authors, being in that mindset of, you know, like everyone's encouraged to write, everyone's encouraged to be there. Yeah, so I'm just really excited for Black Writers Weekend. All of the events, all the workshops is going to be so beneficial. I know.
I have a really good website too. I was around. I was excited looking at the website. So thank you for putting all of the information in one place for us to easily navigate the weekend.
My team will appreciate that.
Yes, and thank you for both being here, and much continued success to you both.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
All right, go to blackwritersweekend.com for all the information you need, plus on how to buy tickets. All right, we'll see you there. Are you feeling more irritable lately?